Do you have a dream of owning a home someday? Magical place where everything is just perfect. The greenest grass you've ever seen, like a soft carpet under your feet. An amazing swimming pool that sparkles like diamond in the sun. You can hear the songs of the bird making the air filled with joy. Kids playing and laughing, happiness feeling the air. Well, you can kiss that dream goodbye because you can't afford it. So in this video, I'll go over who's going to buy if nobody can afford a home. The US housing market has been going through a major affordability crisis. And this crisis is making many Americans think that if we are heading towards a crash. You see, the idea of being able to save 20% down payment for a house and then purchasing your dream home is almost non-existent. A family home should be the foundation of your financial life. Not only it gives you somewhere to live, but it also helps you build equity. If you cannot buy a home, the only option is to rent, which also can get raised without any notice. In some cities, owning a 30-year mortgage is cheaper out of pocket every month than renting a place. Because since affordability was an issue of buying a home, which let the rent go up high. As rent is getting high, making it hard for people to afford a deposit for buying a place. And if you're paying 50% of your income to some landlords or some Wall Street bank, it stops you from saving for your dream house. As you see, you're stuck in a never-ending loop. In this scenario, the upper classes and corporate landlords not only saw a significant appreciation of their assets as the demand of housing consistently exceeded available supply, but also they saw significant profit from their rental income. But corporate landlords makes only 21% of the single-family homes in the United States. And the prices are still skyrocketing. So if nobody can afford houses, who's going to buy these homes in the first place? Hi, my name is Tasvir. Mirza. I'm a realtor and a diversified investor based in South Florida. And on this channel, I make finance-related videos affordable. Feel free to jump around the timestamp below if you'd like to save some time. And while you're down there, consider hitting the like button. According to a Redfin report, only 15.5% of homes for sale in 2023 were affordable for typical US households. This is a drastic drop from 40% affordability seen before the pandemic home buying boom. The real question is, what happens in the next housing market? It's a common misconception that when the home price becomes unaffordable, price inevitably stagnant or drop. However, that is necessarily not the case. And I'm not going to be like any of the real estate gurus on social media predicting that the crash is happening next week. There's actually two key points that's affecting the housing market. First one is the sky-high prices, and the second one is the mortgage rate. The houses needs to be affordable for you to buy one. Or in other case, you need to have enough income to afford a house. The prices and affordability kind of correlates together. The costs for the house are completely out of line with the income. The average home price in the fourth quarter of 2020 was approximately $552,600. The price peaked in the 2022 and showed a slight decline in 2023. As of the second quarter of 2023, the average house price was reported to be around $495,100, with a median home price of $390,500. On the other hand, as of 2022, the median household income in the United States was reported to be around $74,580. This figure represents the middle point of the income distribution, meaning half of the household earn more than this amount and half less. Knowing that this is the median figure, which can provide a more accurate representation of a typical income than the average, as it's less influenced by extremely high or extremely low income. Now, the second point is a sky-high mortgage rate. In 2023, the interest rate peaked at around 7.79% in October, the highest since 2000. This, coupled with high home prices, made home buying significantly more expensive. So who's feeling the pinch the most in the top housing market, you ask? Estimated annual income needed to afford a median home ownership cost rose by 20% to $117,000, well above the national median income for renters or potential homebuyers. In 2022, the average down payment for a first-time homebuyer was around 6%. In 2023, it slightly increased to 8% for the first-time homebuyer and 10% for repeat homebuyers. The average monthly income for the first-time homebuyer was $7,453 in 2020. They need to save a significant portion of their income for the down payment while also managing other expenses. 57% of Americans can't even afford a $1,000 emergency expense due to the rise of housing costs and living costs. This is significantly challenging as down payment requires for some home buyers varies. For example, conventional mortgage can require as low as 3% down, while FHA loan can require as little as 3.5% if the borrower has a credit score of at least 580. Now, the big question. Who can actually afford to buy a home? In all reality, it's very hard to predict the market how it's gonna go. We are seeing some positive signs with the interest rate coming down. However, the prices for the homes are still high and affordability still an issue. If you haven't won a lottery in the last few months, most of the Americans did not really see a significant bump in their income. The cost of living is still sky high. The sellers are still under the impression that they're still living in the pandemic price bubble. Unless these issues are not rectified, affordability for homes will still be an issue for a lot of people. But one way you can have a chance to increase your affordability to buy a home is by having another source of income. You can create another source of income is learning a high income skill, which you can find it on this video here. Thank you for hanging out with me. See you in the next video.